Panasonic. Ideas for life.
All eyes fell on Republic Polytechnic Sports Hall as the NSG 2013 Floorball A Division matches roared to life as teams from schools all over Singapore were set to play their first game of the tournament. Starting off the competition was the A Division boys from the Anglo-Chinese Junior College and Meridian Junior College. Both teams looked eager to go, but at the same time looked very tentative and nervous, seeing as this was their first game. However, the game turned out to be a very fiery affair as both teams exceeded their limits both physically and mentally in the matchup. It was ACJC that started off the game stronger as they passed the ball around better and with purpose, keeping MJC on their toes. The constant shouting and cheering from the substitutes bench served as an encouraging push for the ACJC boys, who were trying their very best to break the deadlock against the firm defense of MJC before end of the first third. MJC were holding the ACJC side back for a very long time before finally their armor cracked as ACJC found the opening goal, which did spark the game to life. It was not long before MJC found their foothold in the game as they pegged the ACJC side back to capitalize on the defensive errors. The ACJC side's energy was quickly depleting, and it could be seen from the way MJC was starting to dominate the game. Toward the dying embers of the game, ACJC had a couple of good runs with the ball and nearly equalized, but a stout MJC defense held them to a score of 4-2. The second game started shortly after the warm-ups, and this time it was NYJC versus River Valley. Having witnessed the intensity of the tournament in the first match from the sidelines, both teams were pumped and ready to go from the first whistle of the game. It was clear who the dominant side was as Nanyang Junior College took the game by storm to score plenty of early goals as the stunned River Valley side could do nothing but watch. Nervousness did prove to be a factor for the River Valley side as they slipped to making clumsy blunders which allowed easy goals to be conceded. NYJC stand-in coach made good substitutions and had a key part to play in the NYJC team selection and style of play. After each half, he reminded the players why they had conceded the goals and what they should do and how they should go about doing what needed to be done to prevent the goals from being conceded. River Valley did put up a heroic performance, not giving up till the very end as they pushed hard for a turnaround in the game. However, due to NYJC's outstanding defensive performance, they couldn't complete the turnaround as they fell to their first defeat with a score of 9-3. It was the girls' time to shine as the final game of the day was between the A Division Meridian Junior College girls and the Millennium Institute girls. This game proved to be an exciting one as it was goals galore. Unfortunately, the majority of the goals were to be for the MJC side as they completely outplayed their opponents in a very one-sided game. MI struggled to cope with the pace and the purpose of the MJC girls as they invited pressure on themselves by staying in deep into their own half. This allowed the MJC girls to play the ball around at their own pace and because of the lack of pressure, very easily gained the momentum which they used effectively against the MI side. Things were looking grim as the MI girls had very little possession of the ball and gave it away in a matter of seconds when they did have it. Having the vast majority of the possession, the MJC girls mauled the goalpost with various attempts and the first half could very well have ended in double figures for the MJC side. However, due to unlucky strikes and good goalkeeping from MI, it remained at 6-0 to MJC, which was still a commanding lead. MI did fight back in the second and final third of the game by pushing their defensive line higher up, forcing the MJC girls to go on the defensive, but because of their poor possession of the ball, MJC was able to counter-attack at very fast speeds to increase the deficit between the two sides with easy goals which could have been better dealt with by the MI side. In the end, the nervy MI side were downed by a confident MJC with a whomping scoreline of 11-1.
Every phase of the game, actually. I felt that we were very static today, slow in our decisions. We didn't take enough shots. We didn't have good enough movement in attack. Many things that have looked very good during trainings. Today, you got to praise the other team as well, I guess, because they made us look worse than we actually are, even though we won. So every single phase, in my opinion, we have to improve, and we will. We will show everyone how good we are next game.
I think they did fairly good enough against another inexperienced team. Both sides were quite inexperienced. I think the team that had better basics actually got the goals. The ones that who could shoot more.